A surge in popularity? They're everywhere, aren't they? Those brightly coloured cans, promising a burst of energy, a surge of focus, a quick fix for the afternoon slump. Energy drinks. Once a niche product, they've exploded in popularity. But what is it about these beverages that holds such allure? Is it the taste, the marketing, or is it something deeper, a reflection of our desire to push boundaries? Modern life is a whirlwind, a relentless cycle of deadlines, demands, and the constant pressure to do more, be more, achieve more. And what better solution than a drink that promises just that: energy, focus, alertness, all in one convenient package. But this allure of a quick fix often overshadows a crucial question. What are we sacrificing for this temporary boost? Regular consumption can lead to a cascade of effects, some subtle, some startling, all with the potential to impact our health and well-being. In this video, I am going to journey deep into the world of energy drinks, exploring their effects on our bodies and minds. I'll peel back the layers, examining the science behind their ingredients, from the caffeine that provides that initial jolt to the sugar that sends our blood sugar levels soaring. I'll delve into the complex interplay between these substances and our autonomic nervous system, and I'll uncover the potential long-term health implications of regular energy drink consumption. This isn't about scaremongering. It's about empowering you with the knowledge you need to make informed choices about what you put into your body. So stick around and watch this video to the end so that you can benefit from this wealth of information. Now, let's talk about the stimulant in the caffeine. This bitter alkaloid is the backbone of the energy drink industry, the ingredient that gives these beverages their signature kick. It's a powerful substance capable of jolting us awake, sharpening our focus, and even boosting our mood. But like any powerful tool, it's all about using it wisely. Caffeine works by tricking our brains. It blocks a neurotransmitter called adenosine, which is responsible for promoting sleep and suppressing arousal. With adenosine out of the picture, our brains are flooded with other neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, leading to that familiar feeling of alertness and energy. But the doses of caffeine found in energy drinks? That's a different story altogether. We're talking about levels that can far exceed the recommended daily intake, levels that can send our bodies into overdrive and leave us feeling jittery, anxious, and unable to sleep. Imagine this. You crack open a can of your favorite energy drink and take a long, hard swig. The liquid hits your tongue, a rush of sweetness masking the slightly bitter aftertaste of caffeine, and then you wait. It starts subtly, a tingling sensation spreading through your limbs. Your heart begins to beat a little faster, a drum solo in your chest. Your mind feels sharper, thoughts firing like lightning bolts. The world seems to come alive with a newfound intensity. This, my friends, is the caffeine rush in action. Your central nervous system is in overdrive, flooded with those feel-good neurotransmitters. But this heightened state of alertness comes at a price. For some, it can be an unpleasant experience marked by anxiety, jitters, and a racing heart. The thing about caffeine is what goes up must come down. Remember that surge of energy, that laser-like focus? It's fleeting, a temporary high with a potentially nasty crash waiting on the other side. As the caffeine begins to wear off, those feel-good neurotransmitters start to dwindle. Adenosine, that sleepy little molecule, makes its triumphant return, and your body starts to crave rest. Regularly consuming high doses of caffeine can lead to a whole host of unpleasant side effects. We're talking headaches, insomnia, anxiety, even heart palpitations. Your body, clever as it is, starts to build up a tolerance to caffeine. This means you need to consume more and more to get that same desired effect, leading down a dangerous path of dependence and withdrawal. Now let's talk about the other half of the energy drink equation: sugar. That sweet temptress, so often disguised as a source of energy and delight. But behind that sugary facade lies a more complex and potentially sinister truth. Those brightly coloured cans are often loaded with sugar, and not the good kind. We're talking about high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, glucose, you name it, they've got it. When you gulp down an energy drink, that sugar hits your bloodstream like a runaway train. Your blood sugar levels skyrocket, triggering a massive release of insulin, your body's sugar-regulating hormone. This insulin surge is like a frantic stage manager, trying to usher all that excess sugar into your cells for energy or storage. The rest gets stored as fat, piling on the pounds and setting the stage for a whole host of health problems down the line. Remember that initial rush of energy you get from an energy drink? Well, sugar plays a starring role in that performance too. That sugar high is like a roller coaster ride, thrilling at first but ultimately leading to an inevitable crash. As your blood sugar levels peak, you experience that familiar surge of energy, that feeling of invincibility. But just like the laws of physics dictate that what goes up must come down, those elevated blood sugar levels will eventually plummet back to Earth. This is the dreaded sugar crash, a state of fatigue, irritability, and brain fog that can leave you feeling worse than you did before you took that first sip. Your body, once awash in a sea of sugar, is now desperately trying to regain its equilibrium. It's a vicious cycle, one that can be difficult to break free from. Now you might be thinking, okay, so a sugar rush and crash aren't ideal, but it's not the end of the world, right? And you'd be right, for the occasional indulgence. But the problem is, when sugar becomes a regular part of your diet, particularly in the form of these highly concentrated energy drinks, it starts to wreak havoc on your body in ways you might not even realize. I'm talking about an increased risk of weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, even certain types of cancer. That constant bombardment of sugar puts a tremendous strain on your body's delicate metabolic processes. Over time, your cells can become resistant to insulin, leading to a condition called insulin resistance, a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. And as if that wasn't enough, excess sugar can also contribute to inflammation throughout your body, damaging blood vessels and increasing your risk of heart disease. Now, let's explore the intricate workings of your nervous system. I know that you find this video informative so far, and will continue to find the rest of this video informational and very educational. So go ahead and give me some support. This is simple, easy, and free of cost, but significantly very important. It will only take a few seconds of your time, and like I mentioned before, it will cost you nothing. But will help to grow my channel and also enable me to spread more valuable needed information like this. Now, click on that thumbs up button. It's a simple act, but the impact can be massive. Imagine that simple click as a ripple in a pond, extending outwards to touch and influence others to become more conscious about becoming more informed about their health and well-being. It also helps to spread much-needed important information to a wider audience, which can potentially make a change in someone's life. So go ahead, show your appreciation for these types of informative videos. Click that thumbs up button to potentially make a change. Now, to ensure that you don't miss out on any more valuable content, click the subscribe button and the notification bell that is beside it. Then select all to gain access to all the other videos on my channel and to stay up to date with any new ones that gets posted. Most importantly, subscribing is absolutely free. My channel isn't just about sharing, it's about building a community of knowledge seekers who understand the importance of staying informed and updated when it comes to a healthy lifestyle. This remarkable system regulates your heart rate, breathing, digestion, and body temperature. Think of it as the conductor of an orchestra, ensuring harmony. It has two branches, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. The sympathetic system is your fight or flight response. The parasympathetic system promotes relaxation and digestion. Now, here's where energy drinks come into play. Remember that caffeine and sugar we talked about earlier? Well, those two troublemakers have a direct impact on your autonomic nervous system, particularly the sympathetic nervous system. Caffeine, being a stimulant, sends a signal to your adrenal glands to release adrenaline and other stress hormones. This triggers your fight or flight response, even in the absence of any real danger. Your heart rate and blood pressure increase, your pupils dilate, your blood sugar levels rise, and your body prepares for action. Sugar, meanwhile, adds fuel to the fire, providing a quick source of energy for your muscles to use. This combination of caffeine and sugar creates a surge of energy and alertness, making you feel ready to take on the world. You see, your autonomic nervous system is all about balance. When the sympathetic nervous system is activated, the parasympathetic nervous system is suppressed. This means that while you're experiencing that caffeine and sugar-induced high, your body is neglecting its essential rest and digest functions. Your digestion slows down, your immune system takes a back seat, and your body's ability to repair and regenerate itself is compromised. Now, the occasional energy drink is unlikely to cause any lasting damage. But if you're regularly consuming these beverages, you're essentially keeping your body in a constant state of stress, even when there's no real threat. And over time, this chronic activation of the sympathetic nervous system can lead to a whole host of health problems. Your body is like a finely tuned instrument, and like any instrument, it needs periods of rest and recovery to function at its best. We've explored the immediate, the thrilling, even the slightly unnerving rush of energy drinks, but now let's turn our attention to the long game, the subtle whispers of consequence that can build to a roar over time. For you see, the human body, while remarkably resilient, is not invincible. It keeps a meticulous account of every input, every insult, every surge of sugar and caffeine. Regular consumption of energy drinks, with their cocktail of stimulants and sugars, isn't a sprint. It's a marathon run at a sprinter's pace. The body can only handle so much before it starts showing signs of wear and tear. Think of it like this. Imagine a car engine designed for leisurely drives being constantly redlined on the racetrack. The engine might sound fantastic, powerful even for a while, but eventually something's got to give. One of the most concerning long-term effects of regular energy drink consumption is the potential impact on cardiovascular health. Remember that surge of energy, that pounding heart we discussed? That's your cardiovascular system working overtime, responding to the influx of stimulants. Over time, this constant strain can take its toll. Studies have shown a link between regular energy drink consumption and an increased risk of high blood pressure, a silent stalker that damages blood vessels and organs without you even realizing it. And then there's the risk of heart rhythm abnormalities. But it's not just our physical health that's at stake. Regular energy drink consumption can also impact our mental well-being. Remember how caffeine disrupts our sleep cycle? Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity, just like food and water. Chronic sleep deprivation, often fueled by excessive caffeine intake, can lead to a whole host of mental health issues, from difficulty concentrating and making decisions to increased anxiety, irritability, and even depression. And let's not forget the sugar. Those wild fluctuations in blood sugar can wreak havoc on our mood and energy levels, leaving us feeling on edge, anxious, and prone to mood swings. Now, it's important to note that many factors contribute to long-term health outcomes. Genetics, lifestyle choices, diet, stress levels, all play a role. Energy drinks, however, with their potent combination of stimulants and sugars, can act as accelerants, potentially speeding up the development of certain health problems. Regular consumption of energy drinks, far from being a harmless habit, could be putting our health at risk in ways we're only beginning to understand. We began our journey with the allure of energy drinks, those vibrantly colored cans promising a quick fix. But like all illusions, the initial sparkle soon fades, revealing a more complex reality. We delved into the science, the intricate interplay between these beverages and our bodies, the increased risk of cardiovascular disease, the potential for mental health issues. The truth lies between the marketing hype and the doomsday scenarios. An occasional energy drink consumed responsibly is unlikely to cause lasting harm. But regular consumption is where the real danger lies. The power, as always, lies in our hands. We can choose to fuel our bodies with nourishing foods, to prioritize sleep and stress management, to find sustainable ways to enhance our energy levels without resorting to quick fixes. We can choose to educate ourselves to understand the true impact of our choices on our health and well-being. Remember, our bodies are not machines to be pushed to their limits. They're complex, interconnected systems that thrive on balance, on rhythms of activity and rest, on nourishment that comes from nature, not a factory. The next time you reach for that brightly coloured can, take a moment to pause, to reflect. Ask yourself, what am I really craving? Is it a temporary boost, or is it a deeper need for rest, for nourishment, for a more sustainable approach to energy management? The choice, my friends, is always yours. Choose wisely. The information provided in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment. Always consult with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian before starting any new diet or making significant changes to your eating habits or lifestyle, especially if you have underlying health conditions. Your health is your most significant asset, and it's crucial to make informed decisions under the guidance of professionals. Remember, there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to health, and what works for one person may not work for another. Therefore, work with your healthcare provider to make the best decisions for your health. Use this information as a starting point. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, take action today for a healthier tomorrow. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for my next upcoming video. But until my next video, click on the playlist that is displayed at the end of this video for more informational and educational videos like this. Also, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep learning.